She said, I'm burning by the sunlight. Oh, yes, I'm burning by the moonlight. And she was burning when it distracts you from the desperation.
Hello and welcome to France 24's weekly music show. My guest this week formed in 2013 in the French city of Rouen and go by the name of Mannequins. Now, don't be fooled into thinking anything about them is wooden or plastic and meant to be kept behind a glass window. This four-piece are fans of the New York punk scene that evolved around the CBGBs in the late 70s and are just about to tour the length and breadth of France. Well, let's check out the single just in a few minutes, but first of all, thank you very much, Greg and Adrian, for joining me on the show today.
Thanks for having us.
2019 was an amazing year for you guys. You toured around Europe, you even went to other continents, and you released your first album, Body Negative. How did that feel, and how did you come about with that title?
Yeah, I think it was kind of a joke at the beginning because we were like, well, you know, when you're touring all the time, it's like you're inflicting many things to your body and soul. So we were like, yeah, there's this hashtag going on Instagram, and our lifestyle is like the total opposite of that. So we thought it would be funny to call our album.
How come it's the total opposite?
Well, because you just like, it's never positive being on tour. I mean, body speaking, like you're like drinking quite a lot. You never really sleep. So yeah, it's kind of difficult to have a healthy lifestyle on tour.
Mm-hmm. Well, how about we check out one of your singles? This is Falls Down. Very Anglo-sounding French band here, Mannequins, who are with us today. Now, tell us a bit about your influences, because I know that you, Adrian, lived in Wales. How much do you think Anglo-Saxon music and British music as well influences your sound?
I think we've been listening to British music and also American music for quite a long time, and we were never really influenced by French-speaking music until recently. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think it's always been a part of our musical education, you know.
And you're saying French music. Greg, any French bands you guys like in particular?
Yeah, Adrian said French music, but it's more like Canadian music, like Quebec, a band who's called Corridor. I really
There's also
that.
another Canadian band called Chocolat.
Chocolat, yeah.
Which is really good
this
as well.
This is quite the same scene. And
they are French singing, French speaking.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And yeah, the music is amazing. So we're
cool.
Kind of getting
one for us to check out. Thank you for those recommendations. You actually signed to a British record label called Fat Cat Records, and they're home to they've been home to Sigur Rós, Animal Collectives. How did that come about? And do you think that helps you on an international level?
Yeah, I think it was quite logical for us to sign to an English label because we wanted to do something that sounds British. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we kind of connected with them on SoundCloud, because they used to have a platform like a Dropbox version of SoundCloud where you could upload your demos. Mm-hmm. So that's what we did, and they seemed to like it, so they signed up afterwards.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you think, because you've also toured Europe a bit, do you think that being on that label's helped? You've gone through, and you've also gone to Southeast Asia. How's that experience of touring outside France?
Yeah, it's very different, I guess, because you experience many different audiences, many different places, but that's a great feeling, I think. Mm-hmm. Just tour around, meet people, that's just great.
Something funny is that because of the culture, people don't have the same listening to our music. So we got some tunes who work really good in France, but that's not the same in England or in China, then that's funny. That's the biggest difference for me.
And the fans were different, and just the expectations were overall.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I heard that you guys apparently were in talks with a certain Alex Compranos from Franz Ferdinand. You talked about songwriting with him. Did he give you any tips in particular that you can share with us?
Yes, actually, he told us to be quick and to have like the next album in mind. And I think it works well for us because we are working a lot of material all the time, and that's why our next release is already ready.
Can you tell us anything about this next release? So this is planned for 2020.
Yes, it's planned for March 2020. It's going to be 4 tracks with guests as well. And it's going to be more extreme than the album. I mean, we're going to take like the pop ideas further, the more punk ideas further, the electronic things we started to experiment with on the first album. We're going to try to take them to the next level, and everything will be more extreme, I think.
So just more movement. What you like on stage for people who haven't seen you? Because you're about to go on tour around France. What do we expect? Is it? It's not just stoic shoegazing. It is.
No, actually, we are trying to add new things to our live set. We are incorporating like metal plates, like industrial instruments, more synthesizers, many strange effect pedals and different effectors.
Okay, cool. And so can people outside France expect to see you as well? Is that on?
Yes, we're going to tour the UK in May with a band called the Psychotic Monks.
Very cool. Well, look, how about we check out also some of the music news and the new releases this week?
Sure.
We're going to start off with Eminem, yes, a Detroit rapper who gained world fame 2 decades ago thanks to his alter ego Slim Shady, just dropped his 11th studio album. It's called Music to be Murdered By and features a like of Anderson .Paak, Q-Tip, Ed Sheeran, yep, I know, him again, but also recently departed Juice WRLD. Dr. Dre is on production, and if you're into Marshall Mathers' insanely fast flow, you're in for a real treat. You get the sense that the 47-year-old rapper is reevaluating his position in the hip-hop landscape. But don't worry, he does still tackle topics that sit uncomfortably in the US, such as gun violence. Here's one of his first singles, Darkness, in which he refers to the 2017 mass shooting in Las Vegas.
Cancel the show just as fans below rush the entrance. Plan is to go direct shit. Cameras in all directions. The press is about to go ape shit. Bananas on all the networks. Commando with extra clips. I got ammo for all the hecklers. I'm armed to the teeth. Another volume fall off the bed, hit the ground and crawl to the dresser. Alcohol on my breath as I reach for the scope. I'm blacking out, I'm all out of meds with them benzodiazepines. Gone now, it's just magazines sprawled out on the floor. Fuck the media, I'm going all out, this is war. Darkness, I don't wanna be alone in the darkness. Yeah.
Yes, Eminem there. Hello, Darkness, my old friend. Now, this week also sees the release of a new Pet Shop Boys record called Hotspot. The synth pop duo, who have been around since 1981, recorded most of their 14th studio album in Berlin's Hansa Studios, and it was produced by Stuart Price, who worked with the likes of Madonna, New Order, and Kylie Minogue. If you like dancing and disco undertones, this record is for you. One of the new tracks features the band Years and Years and is called Dreamland. Let's check it out.
I'm so tired of my homeland. When I fall asleep, you lead the way. Dreaming, I love you. I dream of you all night and day. Dreaming, I need you. I close my eyes and you lead the way.
Pet Shop Boys, you can catch on tour around Europe this year. Now, thank you very much to my guest, Mannequins, for coming on the show today. Your album, Body Positive, Negative, sorry, I keep wanting to say this positive, is already out, and we should go and check you out live because it's a good show. We're going to finish off today's programme with a band that you might like, Black Lips. Have you ever toured with them?
Yes,
Yes.
we toured with them like 2 years ago.
So another cool band to see live. They're from Georgia and will this week be releasing their 9th album, which they are going to be touring, including here in Paris at Le Petit Bain on March the 30th. The new record is called Sing in a World That's Falling Apart. And here's the first track. Remember, our news is just coming up in a second, and join us anytime you want on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Here, take it away with the Black Lips.
I see Christ, I'll be the driver.